Hello, my lovely ladies and gents. Today's video is going to be kind of a makeup artist video, but I think this is going to be fun for pretty much everybody because we're all product junkies, let's just admit it. I have a bridal makeup trial tomorrow, so it's sort of like a run through of what the look's going to be for the big day, and I wanted to kind of show you what I'm going to pack and maybe give you guys some tips and whatever. I have a few different methods of transporting my equipment, and depending on what I'm doing, you'll see I have a bag behind me which I'm going to be using this time because I'm only doing one person. I'm just doing the bride. It's not a big wedding, so there's not a ton of bridesmaids or anything like that. But I also do have my solid, very sturdy metal kit, which I showed in a video a couple years ago, and I still use that one. But I'm a real big fan of packing lightly, and certain situations you gotta bring everything you have, pretty much, especially when you're working on set for like a film or whatever. But when it comes to standard beauty stuff, usually I have a really good grasp on what I need to bring and what I don't need to bring. Not everybody likes to wear makeup. The bride that I'm doing tomorrow wears no makeup, and so I have to be aware of that before I show up. Get some images of inspiration is usually like such a good help because you then can see what that person actually finds aesthetically pleasing, and so you don't go in there and like shock them. I keep some of my palettes out and my makeup brushes out for the most part, but I also store some stuff in my makeup kit and, well, in the hard case makeup kit, some in the closet, stuff like alcohol and extra sponges and things like that. And then in one of my drawers here, I store stuff that I would kind of pick and choose what I'm going to take with me on a beauty gig or set gig. So yeah, I'm just gonna get started. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please leave any comments or questions that you have below, and if you like this, maybe I can do some other things kind of like this for you guys. Okay, let's get started. Alright, so the first thing I'm gonna actually show you guys is my makeup bag. This is a bag that I bought at IMATS a few years ago, and it is plastic. And it might seem kind of weird to have a plastic bag. There are a few advantages to having one like this though. Number one, and the best part, is that it's see-through. This is seriously a godsend, especially when you're on set and you need something quickly. You don't have to root through a dark bag to try and find what you're looking for. You can just kind of take a peek in, find it, grab it. The other great thing about this, being that it's plastic, is it's very easy to clean. If you spill makeup in there, it's like a jiffy to wipe up. I also really love the fact that it's got a Kleenex box pocket right here, and I can sort of, hopefully this is focused, but I can just pull out some Kleenex when I need. Let's see, woohoo! So I really do like that fact. I just wasted a Kleenex, but it's for demonstration purposes. All right, and you'll notice that this bag has 6 pockets all along the edges, and for the most part I just leave what's in those pockets regardless of the job, because they're kind of like just those random things that you never know but you might need. I have just a bunch of blending brushes, crease brushes, liner brushes, all different kinds of, you know, a variety is important. And I've got my spatulas, some scissors, and some tweezers just in case, lip brushes, and then all kinds of face stuff. So there's a bunch of different brands in here. I think I have Real Techniques, I have Branded J, I have Sigma, I have some e.l.f. even. So, you know, it's a wide variety of stuff. I just take the brushes that I think I'd like, and these ones are good beauty brushes. So there's a quick little overview. To be honest, I have purchased many different bags, but this is just a regular kind of zip-up book brush holder thing that's from e.l.f. And I've had this for, I don't know, 5 years, I've thrown it in the wash tons of times, and you know, it's stood the test of time, and it's really convenient. I like that I can, you know, unzip it, open it up, lay it out flat. It's just great. This is my preference to something like a brush roll. So this dresser, just a little warning, this used to be my friend's. Hello, Tisha. And it is very wobbly. But I'm just gonna open this up to show you a little bit of a peek into the stuff that I kind of carry in here. Woo! So I've got some samples and whatever, but most of this is like, I've got foundations, pencils, like this is, a lot of it is the beauty stuff that I would normally put in my kit. So I'm gonna pull stuff out of here that I'm gonna use in my kit, but I've also got just some, you know, extra little palettes and containers and just stuff that I would go to grab. So this is actually where I store most of my beauty makeup supplies. Alright, so I'm just going to do like an overview quickly of what is actually on this desk, because I've never brought you in this close. You guys have seen in the background. But over here is kind of where I keep all my brushes. These ones are ones that I need to wash, but I've kind of sort of categorized them, but not really. These are Kabukis, and then this is like Sigma. Actually, it's not even Sigma really. It's like some Sigma and then a bunch of other stuff. Over there is like my Eco Tools elf brushes in the corner. Yeah. So into the middle here is where, like right here is like my palettes and loose mineral stacks and kind of stuff that I would more reach for putting stuff in my kit color-wise. Over there, these baskets are actually more for, they're actually all for me. There's like my lip glosses, because I can't store them all in the bathroom, and lashes that I would use for tutorials and that sort of thing. And then over here in the corner, I'm just gonna raise that up a bit. I have 2 mason jars with lip liners, eyeliners. I have this really adorable owl that I got at Michael's, I think, and this has my branded J brushes in it, which I took out some obviously for the job I'm doing. And then back there I have some lipsticks. So this is my airbrush. It is the Silverjet, Iwata Silverjet, and I got this on Craigslist for 60 bucks, and it's pretty much brand spanking new. I've tried it multiple times and it just works like a gem. I use the Iwata Revolution, which is like a dual action gun, meaning you can push down and also pull back, and just gives you more control when you're airbrushing. And I guess I'll take out the airbrush just to show you, so if anyone hasn't seen it. This is my own cord, and I actually really like this versus the coil version that comes with the kit, because it's kind of very springy. This is nice and long, and I don't have to worry about the airbrush like jutting back unexpectedly. Okay, and so this thing is pretty, it's not super heavy, but it's probably like, I don't know, 10 pounds. So yeah, this is, hopefully I can get focused here. This is the Silverjet, and oops, it's wrapping around my mic. That is not good. How did this happen? I don't know. I don't know, cords. But it's solid, and it gives you an option for changing your PSI, which is very important, because you don't want to blow away anyone's face or not be able to get your product out of the airbrush. So yeah, it's really good. I'm super happy with it, and excited to show the bride tomorrow how lovely she's going to look with airbrush. So speaking of airbrush, I would like to discuss with you the foundations that I have that are airbrush based. My first experience with foundations through the airbrush was Temp 2, and I found Temp 2, and still find Temp 2 a little bit difficult to actually run through the airbrush, because it's silicone based, I believe, and it's a little bit thick, so you have to like turn up the PSI quite high, and you can thin it out, but you need to buy a thinner. And because it's silicone based, you know, it's something that I kind of wanted to steer away from because a lot of people have voiced their concern about silicone being airborne and breathing it in and all that stuff. So I thought, you know what, I'm not loving this foundation anyways. I think I'm going to try a different one that is water-based. So I started looking around. I found a few different brands, but from most of the reviews I came across, Ket Cosmetics was really like just rave reviews on this brand. I've tried this foundation and I absolutely love it. I love that you can thin it out with water if you need to, although it is a very thin formula to begin with. You can build it up and it has like a very comfortable wear on the skin. So all in all, I'm loving this and I definitely recommend it. I'll do another video where I'm just talking about this so you can get an even better grasp on it. But yeah, so that is the foundation line that I carry for the airbrush. I know this looks like a giant mess. It is. I'm going to quickly run through this stuff for you. In this Ziploc baggie, I have 2 Well palettes. Okay. One's Japanesque and the other one is Mondo Studio. Japanesque one, I have my foundations and I also have a few extra things. My foundations are actually mostly in the full containers because I haven't been using these as much. This palette is more lipstick, so this has you know, lip colors and lovely goodness, which, sorry, my camera's trying to focus here. And I've got them labeled so that I can easily reference if I need to. I've got 2 concealer palettes. Honestly, I use most of these colors up top. I don't usually go into like the color correctors and that sort of thing. This is, I believe, a Kryolan concealer palette. And I've just got a few like RCMA, and I've got another Ben Nye concealer thing. But I don't use this one as much, but I bring it just in case because sometimes there's, you know, you just need a little bit of coverage and this does a good job. So, yeah. Next is, I know, this is incredibly genius, and yes, I came up with this on my own. This is a photo box. And this is how I store a ton of lashes in one small little package. And yeah, I was kind of saving that to show you guys in a video where I actually cover, you know, my storage techniques and whatever, but you're going to see some of it in this video, so whatever. I love these plastic bags, again, because they're easy to clean, but they are great for just like kind of compartmentalizing what you carry. Right now, this is not sorted or organized. I'm going to go through it and kind of make it a little more organized for my job. But just to show you some of the stuff in here, I've got Lucas Pop-Out Ointment. This is good for all kinds of stuff. I like to use it on lips, but it's good for, you know, any kind of, you know, rash or all kinds of skin wounds and that sort of thing. So it's good. It's a big jar, or big tube, which is great. It'll last a little while. Got Nurturing Force blot out shine and oil cream. It's kind of like a primer, but it's really, really, really good for people that are oily. Really, really good. I've got some primer. I've got a little mini palette in here. Bunch of Carmex. Lots of people get red eyes. I have my waterproofing mascara, so it'll work on pretty much anyone's mascara. This is from Marcel. More lash stuff in here. Lash glue, little lash curler. I've got an eyebrow kit, but I'm probably not going to take that. Perfect brow gel. This is really, really, really good if someone you're working with has crazy unruly eyebrows. I've got a couple little samples in here as well. Some blotting sheets and some mascara wands. So in here I have lip glosses. Got some mascara. Got some face stuff. Mattifying primer. More Carmex. some tinted lip balm. Let's see what else we got in here. What's this? Got some primer. This is more like foundation stuff. I do have some gel liner in here. And I know someone's probably going to comment about how much or how much not my kit's cruelty-free. Most of my kit really is, but there's admittedly products in here that I know are not cruelty-free, but I haven't had a chance to replace them. So, you know, just doing the best I can. Having a makeup kit is hard to replace on a whim, so, but it is a goal I have. But just putting it out there because I know people will share their opinions freely. I store all my eyeshadows in MAC palettes, and a lot of these are MAC. This palette is all MAC. But it is one that I take with me no matter what, because neutrals are everybody's friend. This one I think is like more browns, bronzy, a little bit into the, you know, warm colors there. And then this one is my blues and greens and purples. So those are the palettes, and they all carry colors that are very good for natural makeups, but also a little bit more dramatic if I want. I have glitter stacks over here, and, you know, mineral eyeshadows, some that I've made, some that are just depotted in there. I'm probably going to leave those for this particular case, but I will bring a few of my blush palettes. So this one here is my Georgiana one, and I love it because they're all very flattering shades. And then this one's kind of a mix of brands, but there's a lot of MAC ones in here that I've kind of pressed. Yeah, so I bring both the blush palettes just in case, but out of those two, pretty much everyone is covered. This is kind of my bag to store eyeliners and lip liners. I'm going to probably add in a few out of my mason jars over in the corner, but these are all pretty much like the long-lasting ones, the more professional, higher-end ones that I have. So yeah, there's just like reds, pinks, browns, like all kinds of colors that anyone would really need. Put those palettes flat. There we go. My brushes in on this side, and I'll just show you kind of like a peek inside. I don't know if you can see, but so bringing my skincare stuff, my witch hazel, hand sanitizer, alcohol, all the basics. I've got my sponges and Q-tips. So I'm also going to bring a few powder puffs because they're always essentials. So I'm going to bring one of my Forever Puffs and then just a bag of other ones here. Just because they do the job right. Everything is packed in there, and you know what? I actually have a little extra room if I really needed it. So I'm just going to zip this up. And I can either carry it like this, but usually I will use the strap, shoulder strap. So that is all the stuff that I'm going to bring in my beauty kit. Yes, it is heavy, but it's not too bad for a really short little stint. And then in this little grocery travel bag, reusable cloth bag, I have my airbrush and the paper towel and the towel. So yeah, I have 2 bags and good to go. So there's a few extra things I'm going to throw in. I've got some nail polish remover pads, which probably won't be needed in this case for the client that I'm working with. But it's a good thing just to bring along with maybe a couple nail polish colors, just simple feminine colors. Business cards. Always bring your promotional material. If you ever have brochures or anything like that, definitely a good thing to bring. Business cards, if that's all you got, bring that, because even if you're just doing one person, there's going to be other people at the event. Or even that one person can spread the good news about you by word of mouth. camera. Bring a camera all the time. If you don't have a camera, some of the new smartphones have pretty decent cameras. Just make sure that you're taking your photographs in natural light, and they should be at least, I want to say at least 10 megapixels, so maybe camera phones are out. But bring a camera, even if it's just a point and shoot, so you can have a before and after of your work. That's always a really good selling point for potential clients on your website and that sort of thing. If I forget anything, I'm just going to put it in the information box below or on the blog, because I'm trying to think off the top of my head, but the truth is normally I make a list and make sure that I've gone through everything that I need to bring before the time comes. So I guess that's all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's super duper long, but for those of you that are interested to see what I put in my kit, that's what I put in my kit for beauty anyways. And if you have any questions, like I said at the beginning, leave them below and I'll do my best to give you an answer ASAP. Okay? Stay beautiful and I'll see you next time.